the Joe Rogan Experience.
Well, I think that's because we are both seen as people who are sort of like commonsensical. And that is what there is a hunger for, I think, in America more than anything.
I hope so. I got some common sense.
Common sense.
Yes.
I hope that's true, because I got some common sense. I might not have a whole lot of other things, but I got some common daggone sense.
Away from the extremes.
No, I'm not. I'm just weird.
I mean, when people say to me, you know, don't you think you've gotten more conservative? No, I haven't. The left has gotten goofier.
Yes.
So I seem more conservative, maybe, but like, it's not me who changed.
Yes.
I feel I'm the same guy, but 5 years ago, you know, we hadn't spent $6 trillion to stay home. I mean, I understand we had to do something with the pandemic. I'm not sure that was, you know, I mean, I remember when $1 trillion was too much to spend on anything. We didn't spend $1 trillion to bail out the economy in 2008. So we didn't do that. 5 years ago, no one was talking about abolishing the police. You know, there was no talk about, you know, pregnant men. And, you know, I mean, there was just looting was still illegal.
Right.
You know,
isn't that crazy?
There was just so like, have I changed? No, because if someone had said 20 years ago, I'm not sure looting is a bad thing, I would have opposed it then. See, so I haven't changed.
I'm not there yet, because you know what I mean, if people are looting, right? And say you on your last pamper, right? Your baby on their last pamper. I think if you wanted to run up in the store after they done already broke a window, you just grab your pamper, grab what you need. No, that's bad too. All right. See, we learning. Don't walk away from it yet. God dang it. It's your responsibility to help build a nation. Like, not only do these videos help me, your comments help me.
Looting is a bad thing. I would have opposed it then. See, so I haven't changed. But that, I think, is what there is this hunger for, is this sort of common sense. You know, centrism is such a wishy-washy word. But that's sort of what it is. Some people lean a little more to the left, a little more to the right. Sometimes it's issue by issue. But just, you know, I'm always saying to the Democrats, just don't be the party of no common sense. And you will be surprised at how much amazing success you will have, as opposed to what's going to happen, which is they're going to get their ass kicked in November.
And do you become the person that people don't want to have conversations with you anymore? Because you've been looking at them like, really? Okay, so that's what we on now. That's the new the thing we fighting. That's the new thing we fighting. Okay, it never got to me. Somebody didn't send me my message. Y'all removed me from the Y'all removed me from the group chat. Oh, okay, my bad. So I wasn't supposed to know that. So when I hear little silly things that support some of the dilliest things that are going on nowadays, man, coming from people who I call friends, and you know what I mean, I mix it up with online and whatnot, and they just constantly boom, boom, just okay. Really, that's how y'all feel now? What in the world? What's happened to us? What's Or we would okay. Come on, bro.
Well, people like you are very important to people like me, because you represent what it means to me to be liberal, what it means to me to be left wing, because you're just a normal person who cares about people's rights and wants a certain amount of freedom and wants people to get along and work things out amicably.
Right.
But the polarization of this country has made it so that people like you are rare. It's weird. It's like, that's what I used to think of when I thought of the left. I thought of like professors and, you know, intellectuals and these people that would sit down and work through things with the understanding that free speech is like one of the most important aspects of communication possible, and communication is everything. Communication is how we work things out. Like this idea of not talking to people you disagree with. Well, guess what? That just galvanizes them.
Dumb. It's so ridiculous, man. That's why people still write me about this stuff, because they don't want me to talk to people that they don't want me to talk to. Like, the information that they give you is trash, it's ignorant. Stop doing it. Okay, I'm starting to think that you're the ignorant one. because ignorant people don't want people to go out there and get more intelligence. Like, you don't want anybody to go learn something. That means that you're starting to feel a little lonely. Like, and you like, no, don't learn anything new. Don't learn anything new. Don't get any new ideas. Don't get any new ideas. Don't communicate with anybody. Don't communicate with anybody else. Yeah. You want me to be just like you? Is that what you want? Is that maybe that's it? You want me to be more like you? Yeah. Yeah, that's what that is.
They just get hardened and they move further and further away, and we get more and more associated with this idea of left and right and good and bad and 1 and 0, and this side does not agree with anything that side says. That's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. And if you're out there doing it, it gives people hope. And it's not just what you're saying, common sense. You do have common sense. But more importantly, you have courage. Because courage allows you to speak your mind, whether you're right or wrong. Courage allows you to take a chance, and you're seeing the wave of people that are moving in a certain direction. It doesn't necessarily make sense, and you're like, hey, what the is going on? And everybody's like, finally, someone's saying it on TV. Right. Because maybe someone said it at a cocktail party, maybe someone said it at a barbecue, but they're not saying it on HBO until you say it on HBO.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean,
it means a lot.
Shout out to Joe Rogan, man. He's smooth, bro.
On TV. Because maybe someone said it at a cocktail party, maybe someone said it at a barbecue, but they're not saying it on HBO until you say it on HBO.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean,
it means a lot.
I always say, there's levels of courage. There's like, I mean, I will take that compliment as long as I can also say, but there's like Marines level.
Yeah, you're not a Navy SEAL. Absolutely.
No, exactly.
You're not even a woman about to give birth.
I'm in the D League.
Yes.
In the D League, I have a lot of courage, but I'm not playing in the upper league.
What you have is honesty.
But thank you. Yes.
You have honesty, and people know that, and that's why your show works.
How he call himself the D League, bro? Come on, you shining, man. You what? Who's in the A League then? Sheesh.
And that's also, I always feel like what my bond with the audience is.
Yes.
Like you don't have, when I started way back on Politically Incorrect almost 30 years ago, people said, this show will never work because a TV host can never reveal his politics. I mean, Johnny Carson never did, Leno didn't, David Letterman. They never said, I'm voting for this guy. Whereas, I mean, you obviously know who all the late night hosts are for now.
Right.
I mean, it's a completely one-sided thing. They have to pander to the liberal audience, which watches them. It's so reverse of when I started.
It's bonkers.
When you couldn't be political, and now you couldn't survive apparently in late night television unless you are political, unless the audience knows exactly that you're, and I would put Saturday Night Live in this too. It's, I think Elon Musk took them to task. He said it doesn't seem like a show that's about comedy anymore so much as it is about declaring some woke doctrine.
Yeah.
And, having the people who go to those shows and are in I guess, where they film them and stuff. My audience was too doctrinated for a while. We have a much better audience now because we kind of got rid of the groaners, the people for whom I was always too politically incorrect. And I was like, I've been doing this forever. The names of the shows, Politically Incorrect, Real Time, and you still come to this show and groan when I say something too real? What show did you think you were coming to?
Hello, somebody. Y'all always knew who I was. Bill Maher. Never changed. Grown in some instances, but you've always been supporters. You've been showing up, spending your money for tickets, coming to see the show, hoping that I wouldn't go a little too far. Huh? That's how you start to disrespect people by simply saying something that they don't agree with. There's new information now, and I'm sure he lost a whole bunch of fans for what he's talking about right now. But the great majority of them, I'm sure they hung behind because they realized that he does have some common sense. He might not agree with everything that you agree with, but the brother seems like he has a lot of common sense.
It's Politically Incorrect, Real Time, and you still come to this show and groan when I say something too real? What show did you think you were coming to? because they do film The Price is Right in the same studio.
Do you think that the way it's going right now with late night television, where everyone has to be political, is that what the audience wants, or is that what the executives in the studio wants? Are they are they one step behind? Like,
that's a good question. That's a great question. Is it planned, brother? Huh? What's going on?
where is the mandate coming from? Is it the person who's the host?
Is it the
who says,
algorithm?
you know what I know works in this town? If I want to keep working, I have to be like outwardly left-leaning, progressive, political.
Look, I think it's coming from both, because corporations in America now
They're leaning in.
Or what?
They're leaning into woke, hardcore.
They're petrified
Yeah.
of some kind of backlash. I mean, you see with Disney now. I mean, Disney, one of the most gay-friendly companies that we've had in a very long time, as they should be. All companies should be gay-friendly. But Disney they had gay days at Disney, what is it, World, Land? I don't know.
They did? They had whole days just for the gays? Okay. All right.
not at Disney.
I think it was the LA one, right?
You'll never find
I think
me
it's
in it.
Land.
Gay Day.
Disneyland is the original. That's right.
That's
Disney
LA.
World is in Florida.
Right.
You'll never find me sitting in a teacup.
Why? You know what? I don't need that long.
Joe. Okay, so
I love teacups.
I really don't understand. Why would they have a gay day? Okay.
Disneyland is the original. That's right.
That's
Disney
LA.
World is in Florida.
Right.
You'll never find me sitting in a teacup, Joe. Okay, so
I love teacups.
I love teacups.
I mean, this is in my category of things that only children used to do that now adults do. I mean, if I had a nickel for every time somebody said, you know, I'm going to Disneyland, and I'm like, with your kids? No, we're just going. Okay. But, you know, there is that. There is corporations, I think, yes, are always going to want to. And look, I'm glad they are progressive thinking. Of course, like with everything on the left these days, they just take it too far. But I think it's coming from the audience more, because the audience who goes to a taping of Saturday Night Live or a show like that, they're youngish, and, you know, they believe what they believe. A lot of the things I also believe. But it's sort of an unexamined, like, they don't know too much about politics. They just know that, and again, you mentioned Trump doing this. Like, he was so awful that it's just very easy to turn off to the details and go, well, I'm with the Democrats and the left.
All right. So what y'all thought about that right there? Huh? I enjoyed it, man. Hopefully y'all did too. If you saw me sitting all uncomfortable and stuff in my chair, it's because I'm trying to find that feel, that where I can sit up straight and not slouch so much, because I feel more, you know, comfortable when I'm sitting like this rather than sitting like this. I've never in my life just feel so astute. So while I'm reacting to these bad boys, let's just feel like, okay, let's just feel like, yeah, but y'all let me know what y'all want me to know in the comments below. And if you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I'm Van, and now we are all the LFR family. I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside the Patreon as well. Y'all have been amazing. Love you.